Welcome back to the Cody Storts podcast here at Wreckless today, hanging out with my good friend Niyaz
Pirani.
Oh, dude, that was kind of the nicest ring to it. Yeah. We're learning, my friends. Every day is a day of growth. And Mr. Johnny Boone. I feel like I got to say your first and last name when I do that. I feel like it has to roll off the tongue that
Lots
way.
of people do. Lots of people do, yeah.
Hey, so I got to ask you, Mr. Johnny Boone, did you come out of your mom's womb selling Karma Tequila, or did you do something prior to this, brother?
I did not. I was in the print industry at first. Then I was in the restaurant industry. Then I got into personal protection, security, running doors all over Hollywood and LA. And then I got into tequila. My friends.
So that's how you met everybody to now have to do this job, right?
Yeah, which made it very easy because I can walk into any restaurant and be comfortable walking in because I managed them for 7 years. So it was nice.
So in the restaurant business, which I'm always curious, man, this business is, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with everybody else that does. And it's so interesting because most people that obviously end up in your line of work started in the business.
Yeah.
So did you work actual hospitality or nightclubs or what all did you do?
I did nightclubs. I ran doors in nightclubs. Then I did restaurants like sports bars and pool halls but they all had full kitchens. So so it was easy. We had service staff, everything. So
you got out.
Yeah, I got out. I actually have Monday through Friday. I work Monday through Friday. I have the weekends off. Yeah, and when there's a 3-day holiday, I get 3 days off. Yeah.
You can tell people that work in the restaurant industry because they say it just like that.
Yes.
They're like,
because you can actually see the sparkles.
Yeah, they're like,
because when I did security, I had to work every holiday also because people were getting hammered. So I worked every New Year's for 10, 11 years. Every holiday. It didn't matter. So now I get to be like, oh, I was off for 4 days this week.
So does this allow you to be, are you a lover of the industry though? I mean, does this allow you to be in it enough to where you're like, cool, I'm stoked now. I can still go in and know people. Because restaurant people too are an interesting beat. I mean, we're not normal, let's be honest.
No, but the thing is, the restaurant people they're pretty dope because they're passionate about what they do.
I like how you used the word pretty there. Pretty dope.
Yeah, you're pretty. No, you actually, it's a real fun industry.
It is.
When you meet the right people.
Right.
Some people are a little bit too pretentious, but when you walk in, hypothetically meet a chef such as yourself, like Chef Dave across the way, super just dope people that love what they do, and I love what I do, and it's easy for me to make business connections and make relationships out of them.
Because when you're meeting other passionate people, it clicks real easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's simple. And I think the restaurants give it a format. I mean, we're already public, so everything we do is already under a microscope, and everything we do is already being watched, and people are coming joining kind of what you're doing, so creating atmosphere is part of yourself.
Yeah, and then selling a boutique tequila is also fun because we're not very known, so I get to educate you on our brand, on the tequila industry in general, so it comes off pretty easy. Yeah, although it's not an easy job, like people go, oh, you have a dream job. Well, it's a little tougher than you think.
The hardest thing to do is not get a DUI.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? I mean,
it happens all the time in our industry.
Right. I mean, that's really the hardest thing to do is to not overindulge with people you like. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's what I've heard. I know that when people come here, they're always like, yeah. And I'm like, whoa.
Thank God for Uber and hotels.
Yeah, absolutely. But but that's part of the game, right?
Yep, that is the game.
That's 100%.
Pace yourself. I'm not gonna today. I had to leave the car out around back, but let's go.
That's actually good advice for the beginning of the show. Pace yourself.
Pace yourself. Yeah. Words of wisdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be an asshole and pace yourself.
Don't be a dick. Pace yourself.
I like that.
Be nice.
That's good. Yeah. And so, I know we got into this a little bit, but what does make this tequila different than like everything else? I mean, let's be honest. We already talked about how, I mean, the process really is simple, right? With all booze. All booze really is simple. I mean, they all make it complex and make it whatever. Really, Mother Nature does most of the work, just like a good steak or just like anything else. Mama Nature did most of the game.
Yes.
Right? So what makes us different, man?
What makes us actually unique to the tequila industry is that we blend our distillation. Majority of tequilas are double distilled. When you triple distill your tequila, you take out the agave bite and flavor on the third distillation to make it more smooth. What we did is we did 80% double distilled, 20% triple distilled. So we wanted a lot of agave flavor, a lot of agave bite with less burn. So we took out the burn on the 20% triple distilled while keeping our flavor, what you guys will notice.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna try it here. We're gonna try it. Wait, you want to pour us a little taster here? Yeah. Since you're in the middle and I got short, little stubby white arms.
Just a
little bit. Yeah. We're gonna go. But here's the thing about it. We had a distiller on before, and I know Tony. We talked to him from St. George. He told us, he goes, anybody who distills more than once or twice just means that they fucked it up that many times, right?
That's right. That's what he said.
Right.
That's not tequila though. That could be other brands like Scotch or bourbons or whatever, but tequila has to be double distilled in order to make it drinkable.
I mean, I guess at the time we were talking about, I think it was what was it? It was vodka.
The vodka, it was. It was
and the guys were like, "Oh, it's
green chili vodka."
Yeah, 7 times distilled. How they were talking about like other people.
Yeah.
He just said that just means they screwed it up 7 times.
There's another one. There's another one called Purity. They do theirs, I think, 33 times.
Yeah, but that's what he said. What he's saying is you could take the crappiest, if I recall right, the crappiest to crappy, and you could distill it enough times to taste like water.
So our back in the day trick for that was we would buy like the cheap Albertsons bottle of vodka,
right,
and just run it through a Brita filter 10 or 11 times.
Dude, how gangster is Niyaz right now, dude?
Oh no, that was the thing.
Right? Yeah. Yes.
That was like when I was trying. Well, not that I'm back in the day when you smoke at home in high school, you thought it was cool, and you're like doing to a dryer sheet like that helped. Nobody will smell this.
Would you blow it out? Yeah.
Bullshit.
So
right? Everybody smelled it, and it smelled like Downy. There was nothing, right? Like, come on, guys.
Brita filters in Albertsons.
Is it really, dude? And Tony, by the way, man, how was your New Year's, brother? I know you've been working like a slave over there. Your hair almost fell out.
Working a little bit, but had enough time to spend with friends. Had a good time. Head out to Arizona. It was good.
Yeah, and I saw that you saw snowmen
and
making
snowed,
snowmen.
Yes.
And I mean that in the right way, not the wrong way. You evil bastard.
Wasn't ready for that one. Like, what do you mean it's snowing?
Doesn't it always snow in Southern California?
No. Don't go wrong. I know who I'm sitting with here. But I heard you were actually where it snowed.
Yeah, I know. It's the desert. It's not supposed to snow there.
Yeah, well, it does, just not like that.
Wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. Well, glad
part of the desert? The high desert?
Oh,
yeah. Dude, that was like a bad dad joke, dude.
Bad.
Don't tell this to your
worse.
kids. Yeah, right. Hi, chingon. We're about to try tequila and you're already on the wrong foot. But I'm glad you're back, brother. It's nice to see you again. And always looking dainty as always. Yeah. Best answer of the day.
He's wearing a Mastodon shirt. We're going to give him all the props that he deserves today.
All right, so you're using distilled 2 times. You distill it one more time to take the bite out. That's the game.
Yeah.
And that's for all of them?
Yeah, 80-20, yes.
So are you you're distilling before you put in the barrel, correct? So,
yes.
So this is right after triple distilled.
It's double distilled and a triple distilled blend, so it's 80-20.
Okay, and then it goes in the barrel for the next one. So this is pre that, right?
Yes.
All right, and so the last time I had this tequila guy on, he would he had a system and a thing, and he was telling me all kinds of stuff that I had to do prior to tasting it. Is there any rules I have to follow to drink this? Because there was some. Do you remember that, dude?
No, drink it.
No.
He schooled me like I was.
Then they're supposed to sit here for a little. And then
he was talking about deep throat and stuff, and I don't know what was going on, dude. I just want to make sure that.
I just want people to drink tequila. Drink it how you want to drink it.
All right, well here's to trying some new tequila, man. So. Well, no tequila face on that one. That wasn't so bad, dude.
I'm telling you.
That was pretty straightforward.
Smooth. It's got the
Tony,
bite.
Did you get a glass? No. Here, you can have the rest of mine.
It's got the bite, yeah. Bite, no burn.
And then we'll get, dude, that is not what I would call a typical silver tequila.
Yeah, keep talking now.
No, seriously.
The guy that doesn't like silver tequila said that's so clean.
It is clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even
all
upset.
natural. Yeah, all natural. Just a wonderful batch that we do. So we're certified kosher. Rabbi Gonzalez comes around, blesses our barrels.
I'm like, really?
Absolutely, yeah.
I want to see a rabbi hammered on tequila.
Yeah.
You should make that your main selling point just on purpose.
That's
be great.
That'd be a great commercial, right?
So that's honestly, man, that's really clean. I don't get the tequila dirt aftertaste.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, earthy is usually a common flavor profile in it. But I'm sure going forward we're going to add some elements of that. Correct?
Yes. When the reposado is like I said, the general definition for reposado is 2 months to a year. Or we do ours 364 days in the American White Oak Kentucky Bourbon Barrel. So one day more it would become an añejo.
So everybody uses a different barrel, right?
Yeah.
And I know that some things in like Scotch or whatever, you have to use white oak. Mm-hmm. Have to there's always these rules. In tequila, there's no rules on barrels, right?
No rules.
They're just put it in.
People use wine, they use oak, they use Kentucky bourbon, they use Scotch.
Who uses a wine barrel, man? I haven't heard of that yet.
There's one company that I know that.
I mean, you don't have to promote somebody else. I never even heard that.
No, they'll do an oak, and they'll get the oak in there, the oak flavor.
Right.
Then they'll put it in the wine barrel or the cask.
Right.
That way it gets those wine flavors, and they kind of blend the flavors, and that's how they do it.
Because the only person I know really using wine barrels right now, which are epic, is Yippee-Ki-Yay, which is High West. That's the biggest one now, using Pinot Noir barrels and bourbon, and it's coming out a crazy rose color and everything else. But I haven't seen tequila do it necessarily. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, they're catching on.
Yeah, you need a Karma Pinot Noir.
That's all I'm saying.
Throw this down, dude. We'll make this happen, bro. Wine barrel. All right, so now your distiller, is he blending the 20%? He's blending separately for each one of these, or no?
Yeah. Then they mix them together. They mix the batch together. Then it becomes the 80-20 blend.
Okay, and then so onto the repos next, right?
Repos next.
Cool. So what's the difference between this one, that one, and so it's the silver in barrels? That's it.
Silver is distilled and then it's bottled immediately. The Reposado, like I said, the lower end companies will do 2 months on the dot, get it on the market. They'll sell it for cheap. The longer something's on in a barrel and not on the shelf, it makes it more expensive.
Cool. Well, we're gonna get some more glasses here because I want to try these, and we'll be right back.